With less than 2 weeks before our wedding, everything was perfectly arranged. Invitations had already been sent, my suit fit flawlessly after tailoring, and her dress had just been collected from the boutique. The venue was booked, the guest list finalized, the menu chosen, and the playlist argued over until we both agreed it was perfect. Friends had begun flying in from far away, families had booked hotel rooms, and the entire atmosphere buzzed with anticipation. All that remained was the ceremony itself, the walk down the aisle and the vows we had written for each other. So when she asked to talk one quiet Tuesday evening, I didn't think much of it. We had just finished dinner. I was at the sink rinsing dishes while she sat tensely on the edge of the couch, her back stiff as though she was bracing herself for something heavy. My first assumption was that maybe she was having second thoughts about the big wedding and might suggest eloping instead, or that pre-wedding nerves were simply getting the better of her. I thought it was the usual jitters. But then she spoke, and her words knocked the air out of me. She said there was someone she needed to see before we got married. When I asked who, she said his name. My stomach twisted. It was her ex, the man she had loved deeply for years before me. The same man she swore was completely out of her life once our relationship turned serious. I couldn't wrap my head around it. When I pressed her for a reason, she admitted she felt uneasy, that a part of her still needed closure. She claimed she had to confront those lingering emotions before she could fully commit to me. Closure, I repeated, trying to make sense of it. And then she explained what she truly meant. She wanted one last night with him. At first, I thought I'd misheard. But her expression didn't waver. Her tone was calm, almost sincere. She was asking to sleep with her ex so she could move forward with me. The room seemed to cave in around me. My chest tightened, and my thoughts scattered. The woman I had planned my life with suddenly felt like a stranger. Calmly, she was suggesting that being intimate with another man was a reasonable step before marrying me. You're asking to cheat, I said quietly. It's not cheating if I'm honest about it, she whispered, as though saying it openly erased the betrayal. She truly seemed to believe that telling me beforehand made it acceptable. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I just stared at her steadily. And then, without planning it, words slipped out. All right, go ahead. Her eyes widened. You want your night with him? Take it, I said evenly. But when you come back, I won't be here. She opened her mouth, but no words came out. I mean it, I continued firmly. Get whatever closure you think you need. But know this, you'll be closing the door on us. She didn't take me seriously at first. For 4 days, she acted like nothing had changed, making breakfast, casually talking about wedding flowers, behaving as though her confession never happened. It felt surreal. At night, lying next to her, I kept asking myself how she could talk about forever with me while already planning to betray me first. I didn't argue. I didn't beg. I simply waited. Then came the night. She quietly packed a small bag, touched up her makeup, and softly said, "I'll see you tomorrow," before walking out the door. I stayed silent as it clicked shut. The moment she was gone, I picked up the duffel I had packed days earlier. I left without leaving a note, without making a scene, without a sound. I turned off my phone, wiped my online presence, and drove for hours until I reached a quiet seaside town I had loved as a child. I rented a small room from an elderly couple who asked no questions. I bought a worn sweater from a thrift shop, a notebook, and a used bicycle. Most days I sat near the ocean, letting the sound of the waves keep me company. For the first 2 mornings, I checked my phone. The screen was flooded with nearly 90 missed calls and countless messages. She begged me to come back, swore she was sorry, claimed she hadn't actually done anything. Her friends messaged too, insisting she was heartbroken, that she thought it was only a test, that I was supposed to forgive her after sulking a bit, and then still be waiting for her. She never believed I would truly leave. But when someone disregards your boundaries, that's not love, it's control. After 2 days, I powered off my phone completely. Weeks later, sitting on the beach with a bitter cup of coffee in a foam cup, I turned it back on. The calls and texts had stopped. The final message from her read, "I ruined everything." There was also an email. In it, she wrote that she had made a terrible mistake, swore she never went through with it, said she sat crying in a hotel parking lot instead. She insisted she loved me and begged me to come home. I read it slowly, then deleted it without replying. I didn't need her explanations. I didn't need her version of closure. I had already found my own. She could rewrite the story however she wanted, claim she panicked, say she never meant it, even convince herself that I abandoned her. But deep down, she would always know the truth. She asked for one night with someone else. And in return, I gave her a lifetime to live with that choice.